Hey, what's up? Um, this is Anthony, Greenlight Garage, Um, haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, got the car kind of almost together again after I messed it up the first few times. But I rebuilt the engine. It has, one second. Alright, here we go. You can see them in there. There's Vitara pistons, or Vitara, I don't care how you say it. Um, and some custom length rods to make sure it doesn't have 7-to-1 compression ratio or 7.5-to-1. Anyway, we're about the engine, and I'm gonna break it in without the turbo. Mostly because both my turbos are non-functioning. Yeah, and also because I want to keep it safe without messing anything else up. Um, Other than that, the car is almost ready to go. The head is obviously not bolted down, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting on head studs and a head gasket. I ordered them. Um, get some ARP head studs, so I don't have to worry about boost. And other than that, the car's pretty much damn near ready to go. Just need to get the head gasket in there. Oh, and I added a thing. See if we can get a light in there. Here we go. I added this. It's a Honda S3000 or S300. S300 ECU thing from this place right here. Really cool place. Has everything that you need. Although I didn't get this, I got this from another place. It's the jumper harness for OBD0 to OBD1. But it's really neato. Yeah, I can do a thing where my phone can Bluetooth to it, and I could see how everything's going. I played with that for the past month or so, seeing how the car reacts to stuff. Basically the only thing I could really see was the battery voltage and the throttle position sensor and the temperature sensors. It's cool. I'm sure when the car is running too. I haven't really had a chance to try that out, you know, since there's no engine really working. But I had to order new injectors because these ones are all uh, there we go, broken, and just got some stock injectors, and they're pretty cheap. I sold my DSM 450 injectors because I had a friend who wanted to buy some, so yeah, that's fine. And then after that, I don't know if I've shown this, but I've got the old side skirts on. Found some for fairly cheap, like $120, I think. Probably could have got them cheaper, but they're in really decent condition, and I like it a lot better than the body kit. Yeah, I don't like body kits, so hopefully maybe sometime this summer I can get it repainted and find another body, or find the original bumpers and stuff, or magically somehow find an SIR swap. But I made brackets for this other than just use zip ties, but the intercooler should be fine now. There's really nothing left to do. I do still have an oil pan hole, but I plugged it up with one of these plugs, or I guess caps, and then this one here has a plug. That one has a cap, that one has a plug. The It doesn't have any O2 sensors because I want to get a wideband O2 sensor that the ECU can use instead of just wiring up a regular O2 sensor and then using wideband. It's kind of not really productive to do that way. I'm just gonna do the normal wideband sensor, or I mean, yeah, just like an LC2 or something. Permanent install. Don't have to deal with the gauge if I don't want to. Anyway, it should be fine. Then after that, probably some other stuff. But I took the transmission out like twice or maybe 2-3 times. I guess twice is 2 times, but took it out and we meant to change the clutch. Well, I didn't have a clutch. I just took out the clutch for no reason. So I bolted that clutch in again, and it's still the stock clutch. So I need to upgrade that too. Probably like a comp clutch, like a stage 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't really see myself doing anything else besides that. I think the biggest is like a stage 5. Or they have a dual clutch. I don't know. And then that's about it. I need a fuel pressure regulator, bigger injectors, turbo in general. I need a slim fan. I don't like using this one. It's too big and I don't think it moves enough air. I mean, it's fine. It keeps the car cold, but when you have a turbo, the downpipe kind of needs some room. There's not a lot of room there. So that's gonna be fine. Other than that, that's like the only thing I need, just the head studs and head gasket. And then for the rest of the actual turbo parts, what I'm going to do with this manifold over here, is I'm just going to chop a hole right in the middle of it, just like probably right there or something, where it has most of the exhaust gases going to it, and then just weld like a V-band for like a tile wastegate. Yo, SD drip. And then this thing was the old wiring harness. I changed it out because it's a piece of crap, and here we go. These are wires that were not. That's like not even there. This is just chopped up in so many places and just tape falling out. And I just didn't feel safe using that. I'm sure it had some sensors at one point, and I'm surprised the car got that far without it. But I got a new wiring harness, and it fit perfectly. I cleaned it up, replaced a lot of the tape on there. All the sensors were good. Nothing was damaged. Maybe a loose or bare wire here and there, but I taped it up real good. You know, just making it super duper nice. Oh, and it came with a resistor box. So I got my other one hanging up right up there. So yeah, that's that. And then what else? I think that's about it. I got my boost gauge over there, but basically that's. Oh yeah, I got another thing too. It's really cool. Really cool. Oh. Here we go. It's this thing that I still need to wire in. I just haven't had a time or money to do that. I don't really care because that one works fine. But it's the UKDM, you know, like from the England place, where United Kingdom, where they have miles an hour, but to 150 miles an hour. So that's pretty cool. And then the rev is also like 7,200 RPMs. And I don't think I might go that high, but I don't really care. But this is from a newer CRX. Mine's an 89. I need like a 90 to 91 gauge cluster in order to really wire them, because it's slightly different, just a little bit. Also, this cowl here is like the square, and I got another one right there. So, yeah. And then, oh, excuse me. And then, oh, I also got a new cover for the timing belt, so it's not like free and open. So that's a lot safer, I'm sure. I don't have the top part, because, I don't know. And then, oh, and then for this part, I also, as for the OBD1 conversion, I got this new distributor here. It's a lot newer, shinier. Then, see if we can find it in the mess. Oh, perfect, right here. This thing's the old one that's always been on there. It's always been super reliable until you got water on it. Then it was not running at all. But yeah, it's fine. This has a hole in it where the old thing used to go. The old hole for the valve cover thing. And I also lost all the bolts to hold it in. So I have to use one of these awesome pieces of crap. I mean technology. I mean, yeah, horsepower. You know? Because I'm sure this thing is going to be running fantastic with like an 8:1 compression ratio and horsepower filter. Or just I lent the guy who he's actually the guy who drives that Ford Thunderbird, the turbo one on the previous video. I lent him some intercooler piping because he did a engine swap to a SVO in stuff. I think I have a video of that sometime somewhere. And I lent him some of the intercooler piping because there's a lot of mine. So I need to get that back. Like I asked for it like this last week, but you know he's busy, I'm sure. But other than that, car is fine, and I don't even need the really intercooler piping because I don't really have a turbo. But you know I could run an intercooler. I'm sure that would be cool. You know, intercooler with no turbo, just having like maybe a silicone here, but no real hose that goes up there. It just kind of, yeah, like right there. Just have that popping out and then the other side clean. It should look cool. Really, really cool. You know? It's like, whoa, that guy has a turbo. I mean, I don't hear it, but that intercooler says he does. Dude, I'm sure I could fool someone. I fooled quite a bit of people with my car, you know? Like, when it had the turbo, like on that last video with the one. That was pretty cool, because like a lot of people thought the car was fast, but it wasn't, because it's a Honda. But, oh, another thing that I did is, these things, these corner lights here, they're all broken. Like, not them. Kidding, that one kind of is, but, the wiring itself is all messed up. And I soldered that all up and made it work. It's a pain in the ass, but it worked. Yeah, so those wirings are pretty cool. Pretty good, not broken. And then, for this, one of the issues that I had with the engine is that they're not H-beams, so they're not that big of rods, the connecting rods, but they were pretty beefy for I-beams, and that's a good thing. More power hold capabilities, doesn't matter to me any. But I had to notch the block. I just didn't do it like a real safe way. Have it your way. Yeah. I just took a Dremel. I'm not even, yeah, there it is. I took this here, Dremel, and just notched out the block with the stuff. I had a vacuum cleaner. Sucking up most of the dust from the cylinder walls. And I flushed it out with a lot of metal spirits stuff, and really cleaned it up, really wiped down everything. So it should be fine. Maybe I'll pick some up during the initial startup of like metal dust. I don't know, but it should be fine. Oh, one of the issues I had with the turbo setup is the intake, not the intake, the oil pan gasket here was like those all super squishy rubber kind, like the super squishy Velcro. I think it was like Velcro oil pan gasket. That thing was like squeezing out oil like no other. Like it was just like spraying it everywhere. If you look under the car, I'm sure there's still like oil all under the car, like all under the floorboards or whatever. But the I got something from China, you know, just oil pan gaskets. Looks pretty good, really secure. It's really squished down when I tighten the oil pan down, and it probably pretty good anyway. Doesn't matter to me. But oh, god damn it. That's really just about it. It should be fine. You know, I'm sure this engine thing's gonna go down really well. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, I'll be back. Be back. See ya.